This issue has suddenly given us a fight between a giant Abraham Lincoln and a Tyrannosaurus. It just, it's the little things in life you appreciate, you know? You don't always get that. Hey guys, I need you to do me a favor. Help me fight the algorithm. Go ahead and hit like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon for new notifications. Thank you. Let's see, what comic book do I have lined up next? Batman Superman World's Finest number 25. This is, I want to pick this one up because I got 24. I think I covered that maybe like 2 weeks ago. It was pretty solid, but it was the end of a storyline, so I was just like diving straight into the end of a storyline, and it was good enough for me to dive into and enjoy it for the most part, but like I wanted to get into a fresh storyline, and number 25 was supposed to be like a new, kind of essentially a soft reboot in the series, you know, kind of to allow readers a chance to kind of dive into this number and check it out. So here's the variant cover I got, and then there's the traditional cover. That DC does the variant covers where it's like a nice cardboard thing over it, and then essentially you get the normal book underneath it. I'm not gonna lie, the World's Finest covers, the normal ones are fine, but they don't usually thrill me. But like, there's some cool variant ones. This seemed the best variant one. I really like the variant for the annual, and I did not like the annual. But anyways, we got Gotham City some years ago. Batman and Superman. Batman saying, "I'll grab the clown," and then Superman saying, "I'm gonna deal with the poison gas," as he just inhales it all. And then Batman crashes in to get the Joker. Superman's breathing out the poison gas. And then, you know, Arkham Asylum, they're dropping off the clown. And then, you know, Superman saying, "I don't know how you do it, Batman. Handle the Joker." At least my enemies think rationally. This one, you know, Batman's like, has somewhat predictable behavior if you're capable of imagining the world through his eyes. Which, as I've said repeatedly, you're not. Batman's being a bit cocky, but, you know, he may not be wrong. T-Rex Spider-Man. T-Rex Spider-Man's awesome, by the way. Aside. But anyways, you know, they're dropping him off in his cell. There's the doctor there. And the doctor tears off the back of his face. Which, you know, that's normal. That's normal for doctors, right? Now, of course, the doctor is wearing a mask. It's Lex Luthor. "My name is Lex Luthor. I have need of your services. Come with me if you want to kill." And then, you know, Batman, Superman, World's Finest. The first, and then there's two stories here. It's Joker, Luthor, World's Vilest. Mark Waid is the writer. Stephen Pugh is the artist. Ariano Lucas is the colors. And then Steve Wan's letters. Impossible prologue. Mark Waid's the writer. Dan Mora is the artist. Tamara Bonneville is the letters, and Steve Wan's letters again. The Dark Knight, the Man of Steel. They are the two finest heroes the world has ever known. Together they are combined. Might stands in the face of the galaxy's greatest threats. Metropolis. The manuscript's 100 years old, clutched in the hands of an unidentified suicide. Cryptologists have been trying to interpret it for nearly a century. Unfortunately, every attempt has the same result. It drives the reader irrevocably insane. It's tainted by something supernatural. Given my unparalleled intellect, I've made more progress decoding it than anyone, but I can't even stare at for too long without risking madness, which is where you come in. And then they're getting a normal suit on the Joker. And then he's like, I dress left, by the way. No one asked. Pay attention. These are no meaningless rants. The details, the location of magical artifact of unspeakable power. They're a map. So this thing will drive you insane. He's hoping the Joker can read it because he's already insane. And then Lex Luthor's making search to secure him. He's got explosive collar on his neck. And he's like, you know, insurance. I need you because you're the best candidate to fully decipher the document. You're already insane. And then, you know, Joker takes off his suit and saying, hey, you know, we need to stain-proof these duds if he's going to blow me up. You know, and speaking of fine dress, And speaking of fine dress, aren't you found money? Oh, I do miss 1%er look. One does not spurlunk in $100,000. Okay, so he's making fun of his outfit. Okay, goddamn. I'm slow sometimes. Oh, wow, that's probably gonna get clipped out of context. Fucking, awesome. I dig it. And then Joker's like, hey, we're a match set. And, he's acting really insane. And Lex Luthor's like, what? No. And then Joker's like, hang on. Ta-da! We look the same now. We're twins. And then, Lex Luthor's like, God damn it, get him a toupee and have him meet me downstairs. And then, Lex Luthor's like, I won't be inconspicuous. And then Joker's like, come on, this is an umbrella I got from the Penguin. It's awesome. And Lex Luthor's like, okay, well, we're following this map. There's supposed to be some sort of entrance in this wall. Joker's saying it says here that the door can only be unlocked with an inverse ziggurat. What's a ziggurat? Is it a vegetable? I'm hungry. And then Lex Luthor's like, goddamn idiot, it's a shape. And then he draws it, and then he can stick his hand through the wall. So they just walk through the wall. Platforms ahead, but that's impossible. They're just walking through, and then a train in this abandoned train station just stops by, and it's there to pick them up. And then Lex Luthor's like, this is insane. What the hell? And Joker's just rolling with it. He's like, yay, and he's even seeming a bit more insane than normal, which I don't know if that's accurate, but I don't know. He seems like Joker always seems insane, but like here he seems kind of like out of it almost too. And it's even got me wondering, is this the effect of the manuscript? Because it stands to reason it would have some sort of effect on him, even not as drastic as you normally expect. And then like Lex Luthor's even like, are you certain you're not suffering some sort of ill effects from this? And he's like, no, I feel great. I wish I could inject this thing into my veins. And he's like, I asked because you present as much more lucid than I'd assumed from your reputation. I expected more of a psychopath. Give me time. And while we're on the subject of malice, he's asking, well, why do you hate Superman? Do you just hate the capes? And then I love the artwork here, where we get Superman behind Lex Luthor's. Lex Luthor's like, it's an alien wearing it. The alien arrogant enough to set down his own simple-minded decrees as to how a complex human society should function, and powerful enough to enforce these rules. His very name is designed. His very name is designed to make people feel small by comparison. His mere existence threatens to make also-rans of all of us. And then Joker's like, hey, my problem with Batman? And then Lex Luthor's like, I don't care. And then he's like, I knew you were secretly wondering, though you're naturally curious. I'm a grand artist, beholden to the beauty of chaos. That winged freak is a bourgeoisie Philistine, bereft of vision and stifling in his foisting of mundanity, his reverence for the status quo. We all deserve to be surrounded by unexpected surprises, so that our understanding of the art of the world is expanded, made bigger than the one tiny little single uncultured bat viewpoint. I give people the gift of richer life by sowing havoc. Hey, good fun. And, and then, and in fact, Lex was like an act that usually involves murdering them. He's like, don't mock me. As you can tell, Lex Luthor and Joker are getting along great in this little adventure. But Joker's kind of reading through the instructions. Naturally, would a proper quest be without the possibility of looming judgment? Possibly. And then their journey travels on. The 7 deadly enemies of man: pride, envy, greed, hatred, selfishness, laziness, and justice. We are definitely feel to be hitting a lot of Shazam lore with this, because he drew the lightning bolt ziggurat. And then now we got these guys, Dr. Savanas, tapped in these guys in the movie. I assume they're part of the lore as well. I'm not super familiar with Shazam comic books, but I assume this would be part of the lore as well. And then, like, they're in this weird cave. Lex even wondering, did we step into a weird, like, area? And then one fun thing I'm noticing they're doing, like, you can see, like, here's shadows, so you can't definitively tell who's who, but if you look, Joker's always got a curvy line leading up to his speech, where Lex Luthor's got more straight lines, so you can look here and say, okay, this is Lex, this is Joker. This is a cool visual thing in case you're not noticing, in case, you know, just cool little stuff like that comic books do to help you differentiate stuff. You know, and the map warns that we're to open the exact right one or else. And Lex is like, or else what? So they open this one, and this is just crazy. Whoops, I was holding the map upside down. It should be the next door. And then now we got, like, Jonah Hex doing something. And then here we end up. And it's like, third time's a charm, after you. Well, I'm looking at, it's beautiful. And then they got this, like, heart charm thing. It's the Heart of Eternium. It's carved from the very walls of this realm, the Rock of Eternity. I remember a Grant Morrison Rock of Eternity story. No, Rock of Ages storyline, I think, was about Rock of Eternity. But God, that was back in the 90s, back in the early days of JLA. I'm really liking that storyline, but it's been a while since I've read it. Maybe I will cover it another week when I don't get to the comic book store. That might be fun, assuming technical difficulties work. So the Heart of the Eternium Heart, the path of all longings, past, present, future, eager to make them real. Many have been found unworthy of owning it. The despair of defeat driving them mad, for none has yet passed the challenge or guessed its secret. I see, and what exactly is this challenge? It's like, I am this weird, like, monster thing, and here's the secret: no one will ever be worthy. Then he's attacking Lex, he's gonna eat it, and Lex is like, Joker, do something, Joker! And then Joker zaps him. And it's, of course, with the umbrella, you know, he's like, I got it from Penguin, of course I can zap stuff. And then there'd be time to thank the clown later. The artifact was mine. As I held it, I peered directly into my soul to see my heart's desire, so it could be granted. So this thing can grant your heart's desire. Pretty powerful. These are digital form of comic books I can get that I got, but they are physical comic books as well. Like, here's the floppy I got. I just love getting floppies, so I will get, like, I'll get the kind of the scans of them, so I can get high quality pictures to show you guys. But yeah, it's actually all stuff that I got at the comic book store yesterday. And in fact, I'll show off the floppies. Here's a book that I am not able to show you because I don't have the digital stuff set up yet. But yeah, here's the Ultimate X-Men #1. Good fun. Yeah, I just like getting the floppies because I am old school. I'm showing my age with stuff like that. Because, I mean, I know Marvel Universe has this thing where, like, if you pay $10 a month, you can get a digital copy of all their comic books. Just all of them. $10 a month. And I'm like, wow. But I'd rather go to a store and get, like, 4 for $20 a month. It doesn't make any sense, except I like the floppies. I do. If the website goes down, I can still read my floppies. And that's the thing, I do actually prefer reading floppies to digital. That's just a preference. But anyways, yeah, Lex is getting his heart desire, and it's the death of Superman. You know, and then he gets zapped by Joker. Then Joker takes it, and then it's like, and then he's like, but the collar, and then Joker's like, yeah, I took it off, and I killed all those guys who put it on, because, yeah, I'm the Joker, dude. And then the Joker just takes the heart, and he's like, at last, mommy has her me time. Kill Superman, stab Superman, blah, blah, what a waste this would have been on you. You have no imagination, Lex. Would you like to see the reality I long for? Would you like to see my heart's desire? And then here we got that Lex. So long as I live, I will never be able to properly describe what began crawling out of the Joker's soul. Flopping shapes animated by white maggots and green fireflies malformed things wriggling up the mountains of razors, mouse screaming sounds never heard before by human ear, bone and blood and pain and worldwide darkness, no absence of light could ever replicate visions such that even my mind could not condemn them, my mind. And then, so we don't see the Joker's vision. We just see Lex Luthor, who is insane, just getting horrified. Well, I will tell you, for the DC stuff, it's a little bit tricky. The Marvel stuff, they actually give you digital copies of pretty much all their books if you buy the physical one. They will give you a code. And sometimes it's an email, and they'll get back to you with a reply email for the digital copy. Marvel pretty much gives you the digital copies if you buy the physical, which I love. But yeah, so essentially, like, Lex Luthor just kind of wants to kill Superman, and Joker just wants to completely throw the world in turmoil. And then Lex Luthor's like, no, we're not doing that. And then, Joker's like, no, get off me, Lex. I've got a world to rebuild. And he's like, damn you, clown. And then he's able to grab it and break it, shatter it, and then he wakes up outside the station alone, and then it's over. All that work, all that effort to secure the Joker, and it all just blows up in his face. Unfettered access to whole of space and time, and Lex Luthor neither forgives nor forgets. No, the heart of eternity is gone, and all I got from it was the one thing I suppose I wanted most in that final split second, and put the clown back where he belongs. So Lex Luthor goes through that whole adventure with the Joker, and in the last moments, his final wish that he got granted was just to kind of reset things back where they were. Kind of a fun little story. Like, obviously, like, I was expecting it to build towards something bigger, but, like, it's kind of like just an offshoot one-shot story, a odd couple pairing between Lex Luthor and Joker, which is not something that hasn't been done before. That's been done plenty of times. But kind of fun to see this variant of it. And I saw somebody in chat talk about how it's kind of like, they feel like Silver Age versions. And yeah, absolutely. And I kind of enjoyed that aspect of it. Ooh, old man pain. But yeah, the end for now. Oh yeah, and it talks about, instead he wafts through the sky, carefree and safe, backing the misguided adoration of millions of Metropolians. Ooh. Oh, God, I can read it. Metropolians? Metropolisians? That's tricky to say. Metropolians? Metropolitans. Sure. Who will never know that this is the time. This time, Lex Luthor was our savior. Yeah, so essentially for this story, Lex Luthor was the hero. Kind of wild. But anyways, if you remember, there was a second story. It was a giant-sized issue 25. So we got the second story. And, it's feeding time, and Superman's feeding one of his, I assume, Kryptonian aliens in the Fortress of Solitude. Simmer down, fella. Who's a good Gronks? You're a good Gronks. And then he gets zapped away. And it's Prologue, Mark Waid, Dan Mora, Tamara Bonneville. We went over a lot of these names already. And then Batcave. The computer finally found an antidote to Scarecrow's latest fear gas. Robin, meet me in the chem lab. Wait, what? The code's turned to gibberish. What? Batman, we have a bigger problem. Bigger than the system-wide data crash? Taller, anyway. Whatever fuzzed up the Bat computer must have activated the robot dinosaur. Man, what a time to be out of Bat dinosaur repellent. This is no joke, youngster. But fear not, Abraham Lincoln shall give the beast a sound thrashing. So, this issue has suddenly given us a fight between a giant Abraham Lincoln and a Tyrannosaurus. It just, it's the little things in life you appreciate, You don't always get that. I mean, it's kind of about, you talk about the mechanical Tyrannosaurus, and I was just like, that thing's not deactivated? Why wouldn't you deactivate it? And then you got the statue of Abraham Lincoln fighting, and it's like, oh. Cool. And was there a statue of Abraham Lincoln there, or was it supposed to be the one that came from the penny? I don't know. It's weird. It's very, very weird. And then, like, Robin's just like, this is new, and Batman's like, call Superman. And then they just come tumbling through this portal. You got Superman and a whole bunch of these crazy creatures, and it's like, I have problems of my own. Try not to hurt any of the animals. They're not hostile. They're just scared and confused. And then, Robin's like, join the club. And then we got metal Abraham Lincoln yanking down Superman. Because, yeah, that's what we always need. I always wondered what the fight between Superman and Abraham Lincoln, how that would go down. Because who doesn't wonder that one? Especially Vampire Hunter Abraham Lincoln. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we got mechanical T-Rex eating a car. And then Robin's like, that was my favorite one. And then Batman's like, not hostile, he says, as the Kryptonian cat seems to be zapping him like a Pokemon. And then, Superman's like, sorry, Honest Abe, but I'm kind of out of patience. Then we got the dinosaur, this is, just FYI, this is complete fucking madness. But yeah, we got more stuff going on, just a little, it's okay, just got serious, like Kryptonite serious. Batman's fighting a mechanical T-Rex now, as he does. And then, how many more of these do you have? Not enough. Relax. He was able to take care of the T-Rex, and then... I've got this. You can use this to block the portal. Alright, so they're getting all the Kryptonian creatures back to the portal. And then the T-Rex is just there, and then the coin with Abraham Lincoln is just there, and then it's like, what the hell? Was this just like a prank? What the hell was this? Batman's like, alright, Batmite, none of this cuteness. Then Superman's like, and turning it into a death trap has your name written all over it. Mixizilplix. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. It's a name with no fucking vowels, but yeah. It's like, show yourself. And then he pops up, alright, but this wasn't us time, Soups, I swear. We were riding in on a wave of chaos magic that we didn't start. You gotta help us, we're being hunted. By who? By whoever did this to our friends. And if he can murder a whole dimension full of life and color, I don't know how the Earth stands a chance. So this is obviously a follow-up to the first and best story in the Batman Superman 2024 annual that I did cover. The one with all the goofy, like, younger, almost like children's cartoon versions of the Justice League. And suddenly we have, like, Green Arrow, Lantern get killed. And we're following up from that. And that will be the next story ongoing. So, so Dumb and Dumber, his name is pronounced Sir Mix-a-Lot. He talks a lot about big butts, as he does.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
But yeah, this was a fun one. I would probably go ahead and say this was like a 4-star book. It didn't blow my mind, but like, I thought the Joker Lex stuff was a lot of fun, and then the stuff at the end was just kind of madness. But I don't know, I was game. It was fine. It was all good. Like this one, like as you could tell, I definitely preferred Ultimate X-Men. That one like left me asking a lot of questions. What's up? What's going on? Oh my god, this is dark and creepy. I love it. And this one was just kind of like zany, fun stuff, and I'm kind of okay with it. But yeah, definitely preferred Ultimate X-Men so far.
Can't we discuss this like gentlemen?
Ooh, listen to Little Miss Can't Take a Joke.
Thank you. Have a seat, please.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.